As I mentioned in the intro to the first segment of these predictions, I was heavily into the franchising world. I mean, I've owned in Anytime Fitness. I founded two franchises or co-founded two franchises that were ranked number one in their respective categories in the Entrepreneur Franchise 500. We had the number one ranked franchise for franchisee satisfaction for 3 years running by Franchise Business Review. So I am not anti-franchise at all, but a big segment of the people who listen to this podcast or watch these videos are independent business owners thinking about how to compete, how to succeed. And so I want to talk with you about what I see being essentially like required if you want to be successful as an independent owner. The first is you've got to lean into personal, right? Franchises are not usually equipped to be personal by nature. Just the model itself is scalable, being more about the program and less about the personal attention, being focused on hiring people at lower wages so that maybe they don't have as highly skilled coaches and they are more program or technology dependent. So your opportunity is usually personal. So more personal touch. I talked about accountability in the previous episode. Lots of personal attention, lots of personalized programming, lots of accountability and outreach, making people feel connected, making people feel like this is unique to them. And what's great is a lot of times you can be personal, even if somebody's got a pretty standardized program. Maybe there's some progressions or regressions within the programming, but the things that you do outside of the basic programming, the strength component or the strength conditioning component, the personal stuff around that you're helping people modify or evolve their lifestyle to get the results they want, that provides a huge opportunity. So personal is certainly a must. The second is thinking more boutique and specialized, making sure that to cut through the noise, because really it is noisier than it's ever been with people advertising, with people creating social media content. There's more tugging at people's attention than there's ever been by probably a multiple of 100 if we look back just a decade. And because of that, you need to stand out. You need to have a brand that speaks to your specific target market. And that means maybe specializing. That means using a particular kind of language that people resonate with. If you're talking to somebody 50 and over, how do they operate? How do they think? Where do they shop? What's important to them versus somebody who's 25 to 35? And speaking to those people, connecting with those people, solving their problems, providing not only more personalized or customized solutions to them, but making the environment, the culture, feel like it's designed for them, making the marketing targeted to attract them, to speak to the things that they're focused on now in their lives. So those, I think, are must if you're going to own an independent business. The other thing is we're probably coming to the close of the ability for you to own a brick and mortar facility and not operate like a business owner. The days of just being a trainer and hanging out your shingle and being able to compete in an ever increasingly crowded marketplace are disappearing. They're going away because, if you want to succeed, you're going to have to market. It's not a negotiable. Frankly, it's not an episodic thing anymore. I mean, marketing has to be done every day if you want to stay relevant. You're going to have to, have systems, be a better operator, be an effective leader if you want to compete, because the overhead to run a business only increases. So unless you're good, the margins shrink. The competition is taking more market share. So unless you're good, you're going to lose ground. So the things that were satisfactory to get you by in 2015 are not the things that are satisfactory to get you by in 2025. So if you've not committed to being an actual business owner of a training or coaching business, it's not really negotiable or optional anymore. It's a must. So we've covered 5 different predictions. You notice I didn't talk about any particular platform for marketing or what type of front end offer works or whatever else. I mean, that stuff is pretty subjective to who you're trying to serve, what your offers are, those sorts of things.